Hey guys, it's me, Adrian Gonzalez, and I'm doing my chemical reaction project on the chemical reaction SiCl subscript of 4 plus magnesium yield magnesium chlorine to the subscript of 2 plus silicon. Now this chemical equation is unbalanced, and to balance it, the first thing we're going to do is put a 2 in front of the magnesium in the product side. So you can see we put a 2 there. And now that will change the magnesium on the product side, that 1, turn it into a 2. And now that 2 on the chlorine on the product side will turn into a 4. As you can see right there. So it's almost balanced. We have silicon as 1, chlorine as 4, and magnesium as 1 too. But we need to balance that, and to do that we're going to put another 2 in the reactant side for magnesium. And that will change that 1 into a 2 as well. So now the chemical equation is balanced. Let's move on, shall we? The properties. We're going to be talking about the properties of silicon, chlorine, and magnesium. That picture that came up first was silicon. That brown grayish cloud. I mean, not grayish, but greenish. I guess it sort of is grayish. It's chlorine gas. And that gray metal you see right there, that is magnesium. As you can tell, it has the name magnesium on it. So, silicon, at room temperature, it is a solid. It is a metalloid. It conducts electricity like most metalloids do. It is non-toxic. And a few other properties of it is that it is dark gray in natural color. This one looks like it has been purified. It sort of does look dark gray. But chlorine, the properties of chlorine are at room temperature, it is a gas. It is greenish yellow in color as a gas. It has a penetrating, sort of irritating odor. And it is poisonous. That's the reason you shouldn't breathe that in. Magnesium, it is also a solid at room temperature. Magnesium is a metal. It is silvery white in color. It is malleable and ductile. It is relatively soft. And it is flammable and non-toxic. So now we're going to move on to the use. Why do we use silicon tetrachloride and magnesium? Well, silicon tetrachloride, in case you didn't know, is silicon and chlorine mixed together. So silicon tetrachloride is what you use to purify the silicon, because they use purified silicon in computer chips. And the reason they use silicon is because silicon, it is the most abundant metalloid, most abundant element actually, second to oxygen. It conducts electricity like all metalloids do, or most. Now chlorine, as I said, it is what you use to purify the silicon. And magnesium, the reason they use it is because it is a light metal, it conducts electricity, and it is used for many other mechanical reasons. Now, a warning, if you are trying to make silicon tetrachloride, it can kill you because of the chlorine. Now let's move on to the rate of reaction. Now, making silicon tetrachloride, it is very slow. Now, use hydrochloric acid and you mix that with the chlorine gas. When you mix that, it will go into a tube that is where silicon powder is being heated by fire. The faster you heat it, the more will come out. But in the process of making this, you're going to need a source to cool down the silicon once it's done. Most people use ice water as their common cooling agent because it's naturally easy to get because it's ice and water. So now, moving on here, some facts. And as you can see, it says, I did not know that. So now, The person who found silicon was Jöns Jacob Berzelius. He found silicon, and he is known for that. Chlorine was actually used in World War I.
Oh man.
Scientists think that magnesium can be the super material of the future. Why? It is recyclable, it is lightweight, so it would be better than plastic, which is made by humans. Magnesium is made naturally, and some people who make automobiles think that magnesium would be a good metal to use because since it is lightweight, it will cut down on the fuel usage. And now, a few more facts. Some frogs have a chlorine compound in their bodies, which is a very strong painkiller. So that's something, honestly, I did not know. Now, some chickens that you eat, they can have chlorine in them. Because after chickens are killed and all their feathers are taken off, they dip the chicken in chlorine to clean off any bacteria that is left on the chicken. And that is it for my chemical reaction project. Thank you for watching. I will not make another video like this unless told to do so. So thank you.